inspired you to get into this field and what you're doing now?
So my inspiration dates back to middle school, high school, where I knew I wanted to get into music. I wanted to do something more with computers. And I was a huge fan of Genesis, Phil Collins, Sting, The Police. And I'm looking at the liner notes for all of these records, and the name that keeps coming up is Hugh Padgham. Said, I want to be that guy. And if I'm not that guy, I want to be doing what that guy is doing.
In terms of being passionate, I don't think you should really do anything if you're not passionate about it. I can't personally see the sense. I mean, I really enjoy. I came from the music business and I moved into post as a choice. And it's fun. There's no job like this in terms of how we get to play with cool toys, work on cool projects with cool people all the time, but also, you know, we're telling stories for a living. It is absolutely most fundamental. That's what we're doing.
I took a trip to Universal Studios when I was 15, and I saw this thing called the Star Trek Experience, where they basically they made a little 10-minute long thing that I actually was like a Klingon or something in. But I stood there just looking around, seeing, you know, the cameras and the lights. And for me, it wasn't the cameras and the lights. It was at the end how they made this movie. And, you know, I started out editing, and, you know, you got to pick a college where you want to go to. And luckily for me, I was going to college just at the time where they had this cool thing called video editing on computers.
I got into documentary simply because I got to work at the PBS station that was in town, and I got there at the exact same time that we started actually pushing content nationally. And it was full documentary work, but it wasn't just that single delivery, it was all the additional deliveries too. And it just fascinated me that an entire environment can be set around media and can be set around one deliverable, but you can make it a giant footprint and you can have all the extra deliverables around there, and you're not handing it off to other people. You are in charge of all of this yourself. Right. And so you literally become the worrisome mother, if you will, of the project. Right. So that people are feeding you information, you are the person channeling it out.
You're the conduit.
You're absolutely the conduit.
Well, you know, the thing is that I became addicted with Hollywood movies, and I realized that there was a sort of natural arc of a story in each of these kind of, you know, preconceived, scripted, story-structured movies, and I realized that real life is in some ways more compelling and more interesting than that. Yeah. If you figure out a way to take that Hollywood story structure and apply it to documentary, you could really, really elevate the form. So that's how I got into it, and that's what I do basically.
Yeah, thank you for your time. I appreciate
you're welcome.
it. Yeah, great.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
That's it. I'm done.